This solves everything for the Ducks. We get into exactly what the Ducks need to do with Mason McTavish in this edition of Ducks Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the 19% of you, the ones who are watching these videos who've already hit the sub button. But 81% of you, what's going on? Hit that subscribe button. We are the newest Anaheim Ducks YouTube channel, bringing you everyday Ducks content. Support a fellow Ducks fan since 2003 and hit that subscribe button. So let's get right into the story. We got an interesting article today from Athlon Sports talking about Mason McTavish and what the Ducks need to do with McTavish at this time. We still have yet to get a contract signed. The restricted free agent is rumored to be getting traded. There's teams interested, Vancouver, Montreal. But what do the Ducks got to do with this? I mean, you've heard my opinion, but let's see what the analytics says, right? What the Ducks should do about the Mason McTavish contract. McTavish's entry-level contract expired after last season, making him a restricted free agent at the age of 22 years old. The Ducks control his rights and have significant cap space, meaning only an offer sheet with a cap hit above $7.02 million could even tempt the Ducks. Anaheim is well positioned to match it anyway. That is, of course, via Puckpedia, who has reported that note there. This is a key offseason decision for the Ducks, right? This is a do-or-die decision. This is like now or never with Mason McTavish, right? It's the long days of summer and offseason for the NHL, but tensions are rising in Anaheim. I would say so. There's a lot of chatter circling around Mason McTavish's contract situation and what the Ducks are going to do. The Ducks face a pivotal decision on the Mason McTavish contract. The McTavish ordeal rumors have become the biggest story in the NHL. Let me repeat that again. The Mason McTavish rumors are becoming the biggest story in the NHL. Everybody's talking about it. This is, a big story, right? And it seems like a lot of teams want McTavish. It's not like the Ducks are gonna, if they decide to trade him, which they should not, there's gonna be teams that are gonna call up the Ducks and gonna be offering some players for this guy, because it seems like a lot of teams are highly interested in the services for McTavish, right? They want this guy. The Ducks have a valuable player. I think they know it, and other teams want it. They want a player like McTavish on their roster, right? It's more than obvious. The reality is, this is what this article states, though. The reality is, despite speculation, General Manager Pat Verbeek isn't going to trade McTavish. According to this guy, whoever wrote this article, Verbeek is not going to trade McTavish. And no fan-proposed trade has come close to justifying that kind of move. I don't know if it's fan-proposed, because we've had some pretty interesting sources break this story about McTavish. Some people even say that McTavish has requested for a trade. He's unhappy. This is all coming from sources, not just fans going online. So I don't know if it's all fan proposed. There definitely is something going on there with McTavish and the Ducks, right? The question then isn't whether McTavish stays. It's what kind of contract structure makes the both sense, both in dollars and in term. Honestly, I think the Ducks could have avoided all these problems if they would have signed McTavish weeks ago. I mean, that's what I'm unhappy with the way the front office and ownership has handled this situation. Because I don't know. I think McTavish does not deserve this sort of treatment here from the Ducks. I think they should have locked this guy up from the beginning, right? I mean, I don't think this is the best way to go in the long term. If they want to keep this guy long term, it's not the best way to treat your players. I mean, it's just not. I just don't like the way this is being handled. And, like this article says, the Ducks are not going to trade McTavish. It's yet to be seen. That's, of course, only speculation at this point, because there's still a lot of rumors that has McTavish being traded. That's still going on, right? I mean, we've been posting on it almost every day here on the channel, because it seems like every day there's a different rumor coming out on Mason McTavish. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that we still have to wait and see on that. But let's talk a little bit about McTavish and, what is going on, right? So as we continue the story here, the offer sheet thread is overstated. The Athletics sign a goalman laid out the case for McTavish as a potential offer sheet candidate. However, she also acknowledged that Anaheim has a cap flexibility to match any realistic offer, and that no team is likely to go so high as to trigger a 4 first-round compensation threshold, which is obviously, that's not going to happen, right? With Anaheim's pipeline already stocked and the Zegras trade signaling a shift toward building around McTavish and Karlsson, the Ducks simply don't need more futures. Yeah, they need to start winning now. They need to impact now. This is no longer the team of the future. This is the team of now, the team that makes the playoffs in 2026. A $7 million offer sheet wouldn't scare Verbeek. It would just force his hand, which has yet to happen, right? Talking a little bit about McTavish and his stats, I thought this was interesting what this article kind of breaks down. McTavish finished the season with 52 points in 76 games, a 0.68 point per game clip. Also, of course, he was on the third line. But looking at this, even strength points, 2.16, right, at a rate of 60 minutes. Expected goals, 25.35. He ended up scoring 22. But even strength points, right? 2 points. It's pretty good numbers, right? Offensive rating, 7.0, 79th percentile, which is pretty good for a player his age. But the problem is the defensive rating, right? Minus 5.5, among the worst on the team. And it's not the best when it comes to the defense, right? The CF percentage, his Corsi forward percentage is 45.2%, and the DFF stands below 45%. That's, of course, all analytics numbers, which I don't really buy analytics in hockey. I'm not really a fan. I think it's a baseball thing. I'm not really sold on analytics being a part of the NHL. But yeah, okay, analytics shows that McTavish is a good offensive player, but he's not very good defensively, right? And I guess Verbeek, wants two-way players, right? He doesn't want, that's why he traded Zegras. Guy doesn't play any defense, right? So, and Jamie Drysdale also has question marks on defense. So, yeah, that's the problem. McTavish has defensive problems. He's going to have to work on that. But the question here is, or this is actually to close out the article, it said that the Ducks should shine, that the smart bet for Anaheim is a 2-year bridge contract, around $7 million a year. That strikes the right balance between rewarding McTavish's production and mitigating long-term risk, especially given his below-average defensive value and modest comparable contracts. It also keeps the RFA at an expiring, giving the Ducks leverage and flexibility heading into his true prime. Verbeek isn't rushing this, and he shouldn't. Make no mistake, Anaheim isn't letting McTavish walk. Basically, this article saying the Ducks are going to keep McTavish no matter what, and they should sign to a short-term deal. I would just give him the long-term deal now. I would not, I don't know. I don't buy the 2-year deal thing. Just give him a long-term contract. Show some commitment to McTavish. I think he deserves it. He's done very well for the Ducks. And defensive stuff, he could work on that in the next few years. And come on, this guy's putting up 25, 30 goals a year. Why would I care if he can play defense or not? If he's a 30-goal scorer, yeah, I don't care if this guy can't play defense. I want 30 goals on the Ducks. So sign the guy, give him what he wants, and let's keep McTavish. That's my opinion. As always, make sure to subscribe, and let's go Ducks. Woo!